Hey guys, this is Let's Talk and shit. What was I gonna say? Dang it.
Hey guys, this is Let's Talk Shit.
Okay. Hey guys, this is Let's Talk, where me and my friends talk about anything and everything of a particular subject. And today we're going to talk about the newest episode of Walking Dead, which is, what was it again?
Episode 14, Spend.
Spend. S-P-E-N-D. Like spending cash.
This is the worst podcast ever.
Jordy, why do you have to be so mean? Anyways, I wanted to do this like as soon as possible, but so yesterday I had watched it early because the HD channels show ahead of time.
That you don't need this information.
I know, but I wanted to say it. So I already watched at like 6 or 7 o'clock. I already watched it, and then I watched Talking Dead, and then I shut my mouth.
Walking Dead live. I mean, Talking Dead live.
Yeah, and then I shut my mouth, and I didn't talk about it. So now I get to talk about it.
Yay.
How do you guys feel?
I felt this episode went by really, really fast. Like, there's just a lot of things happen like in rapid succession. I felt like it was a shorter episode than normal, but it wasn't. It's just as long as all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Lots
it
of
did
crap
go by
happened.
pretty fast.
Lots of crap happened.
Indeed.
Let's see. I came to a realization that everyone in, what's the place called?
Alexandria?
Brookhaven? Oh, Alexandria. Brookhaven was something else. Alexandria do not, for the most part, have a sense of, what do you call that? Like loyalty? When it comes to having somebody's back, they just know how to dip out.
Yeah, well, the people of Alexandria...
mad.
Well, yeah, because the people of Alexandria don't understand what it's like to be on the outside. They don't have that that X factor really. Like they're more concerned with their own survival rather than their group's survival.
Dude.
Whereas with the main group, with Rick's group, they know like we're stronger together. We work as a team.
Yeah.
We don't leave anyone behind because we're stronger when there's more of us.
Yeah, dude, I kept, like, almost every part, I just kept constantly thinking, like, shit's gonna go down, and that's exactly what happened. So, starting from, what was it, I don't even know where to start. Oh, Sasha, when Sasha's, like, shooting the photos and stuff, like
Not
the
the
family.
same episode.
Really?
That was last week.
Oh man, see, that's what happens when I watch both episodes at the same time. Okay. Anyways, how does it start then?
Great
We're going
podcast stuff.
out.
Why do you have to keep pointing that out? God, we already know.
Daryl
I'm
was on
sure
a
people are
motorcycle.
listening, Jordan. They
Yeah.
don't need a sum up on how bad this is. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Daryl was on a motorcycle, leaving to go
And-
scout out for people.
Mm.
And his part was done for the entire
Yep,
episode.
And that's it. That's all he did.
Oh, it starts with the priest, right?
Yeah,
No.
it starts with the priest ripping out
The
pages
priest.
from the
Oh.
Bible because he
That's
saw, he saw a note that said, we're so blessed to have you, and he's like, no, you're not. I'm the worst priest ever because he hates himself. And he believes in
signed by what's her fucking name? I took the test on Talking Dead and I did really good. What was it?
Deanna?
No, it wasn't Deanna. It was like
Is it one? Olivia?
no, not Olivia. It doesn't
Like,
matter.
Even
There was another name. It was signed by someone, and I didn't know who that someone was. From now, what I'm thinking right now, I feel like it was the black lady who asked what dish Sasha wanted
Yeah.
at the dinner. That's who I'm assuming is the lady who left the strawberries. I could be totally wrong, but that's like the only person I'm thinking of. I totally forgot her name.
But yeah, but basically, Gabriel, the priest, he's having a lot of just moral quandaries with himself because he's with this group, Rick's group, that they saved his life, but in order to do so, they had to do horribly awful things just to survive. So in his heart, he believes that they are not good people because of the things that they did to survive. Ignoring the fact that without them, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
No, I got very pissed a lot in this episode. That pissed me off. Oh wait, no, well, before that, Sasha was like, Sasha's going through shit, so it's like...
She was not in this episode at all.
At all? She
Not
wasn't
at
in there
all.
either?
Nope, not in this episode at all.
Fuck, I can't... I should have watched before.
So we have Gabriel off doing his own thing, having his moral quandaries. You have Glenn, Tara, Eugene, Noah,
Oh, yeah,
and
they're
the
doing
the two scavenger guys from Alexandria going on a scavenging run.
Yeah, they're
you
going
have-
to the solar warehouse.
Yeah, you have Rick walking around being the constable.
Yeah.
You have Carol messing around with the child and forcing him to do stuff for her.
Oh,
She's
dude,
trying to get her to
was
make
so
cookies.
Yeah,
intense.
that kid really wants
She
cookies.
was so fucking intense.
I love your mother's cookies.
Ew.
Your cookies are so good. And I also want a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have cookies and a gun.
Yeah.
No, but that was super sketch.
Oh yeah,
Especially...
and
Oh, go ahead.
then we'll come back to it. And we have Abraham working on extending the wall.
Oh, yeah.
I believe those are the 5 stories that are happening all at once.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's go back to Carol and the kid because it's not a long part, but you get enough in it. So Carol's just like in the house chilling or whatever, and then she hears some noises. So she goes downstairs and checks the pantry, and we see what's his name, Sam?
I forget.
Well, we see the kid from last episode that Carol basically threatened after he saw her steal the guns.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, Miss Carol, can I get some more cookies? Because I really need cookies, please." He's basically scratches like a crackhead now. Yeah, so he just really wants them cookies. And Carol's like, "No, get out of here."
Yeah, she was just like, no.
He's like, "Please, Miss Carol, I really want them cookies." And she's like, "All right, fine. Go to the place and
Get the
steal me
chocolate."
some chocolate bars."
Yeah. And he does just that.
Yeah, and he does. So she bakes him some cookies.
She bakes cookies. And it was so depressing because all he wants to do is talk to her. And she's like, no talking. Don't talk to me. We're not
friends.
Douche. I don't know how I feel about how they're taking Carol's character. Like it's overly dramatic in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it is.
Oh.
She's acting like way too hardened.
No,
Yeah.
And like,
because she just doesn't have a soft spot for kids anymore. Her first kid got torn away from her. She had to put down the other fucking kid, and then the little kid that was too weak, the other girl fucking killed. Now she's just like, I'm done with kids.
That's
If it isn't
that's a
Sophia-
fair point.
If it isn't Sophia, she wouldn't. Like Sophia
Yes.
is like, well, we can't say Carl anymore. Carl's a man. Well, he got balls now, so he's not like wimpy Carl you have to take care of. So when it comes to all the kids, I think Judas is probably the only one that she would just have like that, I don't know, like friendly, like towards kids feelings to, and everyone else is, you're just a brat.
probably.
And I'm just getting that vibe from her.
Basically, Carol has no time for children anymore.
I don't have time for the children.
Yeah, but then through a conversation between Carol and the kid, I'm gonna say his name is Sam. I'm pretty sure it's Sam.
Yeah, that's him.
Probably.
Okay, yeah. So in a conversation between Carol and Sam, Carol basically finds out that Sam's father, who's the doctor
Mm.
in Alexandria,
Speaking
is,
of that,
is an abusive drunk, basically.
speaking of that, I took a hint to that. If I'm not confusing it, because the guy who comes in with the beers to
Yeah.
Rick,
Yeah, same guy.
the first
the
thing
doctor.
he says, well, not the first thing, but within there, he goes, "Make sure to bring your kids around. Check
that
them
guy's
out."
like
And I
a
was like,
molester.
ew.
Yeah.
Like, why the hell did you... I'm sorry, maybe it was just me, and maybe it could have not been harmless, but as soon as he just kept nagging at the fact, why don't you bring him around? I need to check him out. It's like,
He wants to
why?
see some baby butt.
Well, I mean, he did explain saying, well, you guys have been out there for such a long time, they need to come in for a checkup.
Yeah, and that's fine. He already had that creeper vibe where I was just like,
I don't know. I didn't catch a creeper vibe from him at all. I got he's
Yeah.
a definite
I
drunk, that's for sure.
Yeah,
did.
I didn't either. I didn't think he was a pedophile or anything.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know.
not
I got the
once,
vibe.
not once did I think that.
I
But-
don't know.
He's
My
just
mind
being
goes to a
weird.
dark place.
But he's definitely abusive. He's an abusive drunk. Like, yeah. So earlier in the episode, the doctor goes over to Rick's house, and like he's already drunk. It's the middle of the day. It's like noon.
Yeah.
He's like, hey Rick, want a
Want
beer? It's like clearly intoxicated. He's offering Rick beers and stuff, and yeah, it was just a weird exchange.
I didn't like how it made me feel. It did not feel good.
Yeah. So
He knows what happened between Rick and whatever the other girl's name is. What's her name? Again?
his wife, just
Oh, the
Yeah,
whatever
his wife.
the doctor's
Oh
wife
yeah,
is.
when Rick kissed her, I was like, Rick, whoa.
We'll just go with her real
What are you
name,
doing?
Alexandra Breckenridge. She's
Yeah.
also in American Horror Story.
Oh, is she?
Oh,
Yeah, she's the maid in the first season.
that's her.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's her. I mean, the young version, not the old version. That's
I
Frances
see it.
Conroy.
The redhead.
Yeah.
Okay. I see it.
Alexandra Breckenridge.
I know what you're
That's
talking about now. Okay.
Yeah. So that exchange happens, and they well, that's basically that story arc right there. It's just Carol finds out that kid and doctor's wife are all being abused, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So Carol goes to Rick and like, Rick, I know where this is going, because Carol was
Yeah.
abused herself. And she's like,
Yeah.
there's only one thing we can do, Rick. You gotta kill him.
gotta
Where
kill
did
him.
that come
Yeah.
from?
Yeah,
It
see,
was-
see why I was getting like confused with Carol's character. I was just like, she's so.
Yeah, no.
what are they doing with her?
They suddenly made Carol a bad character.
Yeah.
They're doing the whole terrible female characters in Walking Dead again, now with Carol.
I don't know.
Yeah, and
'Cause
like
that was such a leap.
I just.
and just the first half of this season, her and Daryl were trying to become better people again.
Yeah.
And so what happened? She like regressed.
Yeah, she's just like doesn't care anymore. Like, nah, you know what? Just kill him. Like, why don't you talk to Deanna
Okay.
about it? Like, this guy's abusive. Like,
The thing is, like, within the episode, I just kept, like, watching her transition into, oh, this is a really good recipe. Something, I'm gonna make these cookies. And then all of a sudden, it's like, I'm gonna take my gun out and shoot. And I was like, fucking Carol and your goddamn cardigan. It's just so annoying.
so
Your
we're,
flowered cardigan.
we'll come back to that storyline later because
Mhm.
it's all part of the general theme of this episode.
Yeah.
So let's jump over to the more exciting story, which was Glenn and the Scavengers.
Oh, fuck me when they get to okay, so they are going to the solar warehouse because what's his name?
Because Eugene knows that
Eugene wanted to get something converter.
because their power grid at Alexandria was starting to malfunction.
Yeah.
So Eugene, being the genius that he is like, hey, we just need this part so we can fix it. I'm not being facetious there. He's actually a genius.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's an extremely smart man. So they so basically the scavengers need to bring Eugene over to this solar factory where they can get parts to fix the power grid.
Yeah.
So it's Glenn, Tara, Noah, Eugene, and I cannot remember the two scavenger guys' names. Aiken?
Aiden.
Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden. I don't remember the other dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
But he looks like. Yeah, well,
No,
we'll call him that.
he looked like? He reminded me of Shane for some reason. Shane from the first season.
John Bernthal.
That doesn't look like John Bernthal.
He had,
not at all.
Or okay, maybe I'm wrong.
He has a weaselly face. It's called weasel face.
Yeah, he looks like a weasel.
Yeah, wait.
Steph is thinking right now.
She's like, but John Bernthal looks just like.
No, I don't know if this actor died. Like how I always think someone dies, but they're really around still. He was in a movie where he got stung by a bee and he got really, really swollen. Do you know what movie I'm talking about?
That's an old movie, right?
Yes.
Is that
helicopter?
Wicker Man starring Nicolas Cage?
No.
No.
They're like in the jungle or something.
Yeah.
And then they're like in
I
a
was thinking
jeep,
about that recently.
and then he gets like a bee stings him, and then he just gets blown up. Like,
Yeah, 'cause he's allergic.
Yeah, because he's allergic. He looks like that guy.
That's so funny because I was thinking about that about 3 days ago because there's like bees near my car and I was afraid of getting stung.
Oh.
Is it like that kid who got stung to death by bees in front of Mason Elementary School, and that's why there's a plaque by a tree?
No way. Are you serious?
There's a plaque by a tree, and like that was a story that people always told me that's why that's there. So I think it's true now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's really depressing. I don't like that. Oh.
but anyway, so the scavengers they go into this they go check the perimeter. They find out, oh no, there's a bunch of zombies in the front of the building, so they go in through the back.
Yeah.
So they just
fine at first.
yeah, so everything's fine and dandy. They're inside the factory, then they just hear some movement. So they're all wondering, like, what's going on? Glenn's like, they're probably caught behind something.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, they're stuck behind a fence. So everything's fine, everything's dandy. So Tara and Eugene go off to go find the part that they need.
The converter thing.
While Noah and Glenn basically take care of all the walkers that are behind a fence.
Mm-hmm.
Or they actually, I don't know. No, they're searching too. They're searching with Tara and Eugene also.
Yeah.
And then Aiden and Weaselface go off their own way when they get attacked by an armored walker. So he looks like he was like in military fatigues, and he had like a riot helmet on. So
and he just kept shooting. He's like, I got it. And
so Aiden shoots him twice in the head, but doesn't do anything because the zombie's wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
So he kneecaps it, so it falls to the ground. Then he starts shooting at the chest. When Glenn notices that there's so many grenades on this walker's vest.
What was it, like 4?
And for whatever reason, Aiden did not see them, and he just kept shooting at the walker. So inevitably, the grenades go off.
Yep.
And okay, so the person who got the worst of it was Aiden and Tara. Tara got a head injury, so she's just knocked out for the rest of the episode.
She's knocked out and she's bleeding. She's on the ground. Now the worst part is she's bleeding profusely on the ground, and then I keep forgetting his name. God. Eugene sees a walker, and he can't do anything.
Yeah, because
he's afraid.
They've established in the show that Eugene's he's a humongous coward. Like,
yeah,
he's just really afraid. He's so scared to even shoot a gun.
Yeah. So Tara's just there on the ground, and Eugene is too afraid to shoot, and then Glenn comes in.
Well, Glenn comes in right as Eugene gets attacked by a second walker.
Yeah, and then,
Eugene. Glenn pulls the walker off of Eugene, and Noah kills it, and then Glenn runs over and stops the walker that's near Tara and goes to pick her up, basically.
Dude, Noah did a nasty stomp on one of the zombies. It looked really gross. It's like his foot up and then smash. And
Yeah,
it was
so-
disgusting.
During all this, Weaselface checks on Aiden, who is now impaled on like
Mhm.
2 metal spikes.
It was one here, and I think
one
one
in his upper
his
chest,
like lower stomach or
and
side.
one near his kidney.
Oh yeah, kidney.
So Weaselface goes, "Oh, he's dead." So they all run into this little office to tend to Tara. So they're in this office, and then they hear Aiden like waking up.
Yeah, they.
So
see
Weaselface is like,
him
"I
move.
checked him. I thought he was dead, but nope. Turns out Aiden's still alive." So so Glenn, Noah, and Weaselface decide to go out there and try to help him out while
Eugene stays with Tara.
Yeah, so they go out and start fighting the walkers, and Eugene is there with Tara, and he's talking to her like, I told you I'm a coward, you know, I should not be here and stuff like that, but he decides to throw her over his shoulder and carry her out of the warehouse, and he actually gets the balls to start shooting zombies finally, just to save Tara, which is it's a cool scene.
Dude,
Yeah.
on Talking Dead, they were talking about it, that specific scene.
Yeah.
And they were saying how they had, like, I forgot what, it was like a dummy. They had a dummy to be like, Tara. And and he was
Like
saying...
10 pounds.
Yeah, well, it was like 20 pounds, right? It was like 20 pounds. That's how big,
Mhm.
that's how heavy the
dummy
dummy was. And then he was saying, like, he has to act like it's 120 pounds. So it was just, like, trying to make it look like that's legit what he's doing. But the funniest
Realistic,
part,
like
yeah,
he's actually
realistic.
carrying a person.
But the funniest part was he was saying how, like, as he was walking, because it was so flimsy and so light, like, the arms was, like, flailing like this. And he
It's
was
like the
just...
ragdoll effect.
Yeah.
And he was crediting the editors so much because they completely, like, they knew where to cut it, they knew where to edit it, so it looked as realistic as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just
the
like, that's
video
pretty good.
editors,
Yeah, it was
their
pretty
job
sick.
is crazy.
Oh yeah, like
In any TV show.
Mhm.
yeah, in movies, TV shows, like editors do not get enough credit because
Yeah.
they're the ones who shape the movie into the vision that the director wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
They're the
even
ones,
if
they're
they
the ones who
film
do
with
it.
if they film with like nice cameras, there'll still be like color issues, and then they'll have to correct
and then
it.
they have to go
Yeah.
in. Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so they were talking about that, and then because I guess like originally he was really gonna carry Tara, but when he started to carry Tara, it was like, put me down, just let me go. And then yeah, they ended up just using the dummy, and then
Which is probably for the best.
yeah, so basically that happens, right? Takes her out, and then let's go back to Aiden, who is pinned to the pinch, is hanging on the
He's
wall.
impaled. He's impaled by
impaled
2 metal spikes.
by 2 metal spikes.
So Glenn and Weaselface
And Noah.
Glenn and Weaselface are trying to pull
Oh, and
Aiden
Noah's
off
the
the
one
spikes
that's-
while Noah's keeping watch.
Yeah.
But as they're doing it, Aiden's in just blinding pain, and he can't not
They
scream in
told him,
pain when they're
yeah,
trying
they
to pull
told
him
him
out.
to not scream. They're like, you need to be quiet, okay? And obviously they're pulling.
Flare was running out.
Yeah. So basically, Weaselface shot a flare to distract all the walkers, a majority of the walkers, so they can get to Aiden and help him out.
Yeah.
But about after a few pulls, Weaselface is like, "Nope, can't do this," and
Yeah,
he
he was
runs
like,
away.
sorry, that's it. I can't help you. And then even Glenn is like, dude, what the fuck? Like, no,
Like, you
get
don't
back
leave
here.
him behind.
You
You
don't
have
leave
to
him
help
behind. So didn't he come back for like a
No.
little, or no, he just dipped?
He straight dipped.
Okay, yeah. So he's
So
gone.
Glenn tries to pull Aiden off by himself, but Aiden's like, "No, just go." But before Noah and Glenn leave, Aiden tells him like, "Remember that
Yeah, the people before
the
him.
people before we're the ones who panicked and ran away. It was our fault that they died."
Okay. See, I knew that's what I heard, but I wasn't sure exactly. Because I like to watch Walking Dead with subtitles because sometimes I don't catch what they say.
Yeah,
Sometimes they
And-
mumbled their lines.
Yeah.
they do.
So
They do.
sometimes, like, I don't know what the hell he's saying. That's why when I heard him, he was like, "The people before us, so and so, it's our fault." And I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
my understanding is y'all dipped out because that's
Yeah.
all you guys know how to do."
Yeah. So Glenn and Noah run away right as Aiden gets just mobbed by so many walkers, and we get a full like 45-second scene with them just ripping his guts out and eating him, and he's just screaming in pain.
I was laughing because Mariana was like, "Why didn't they shoot him? Like, like shoot him so it's like out of
Yeah.
his misery kind of thing." I get it, but at the same time, it's like,
Yeah, they probably should have shot him.
They probably should have shot him, but
But it's not as cool.
yeah, heat of the moment.
well, exactly. There are some things in the show where I'm just like, I know I'm saying ish now, but I bet you, like, within the moment, I wouldn't have think of that. Like, I wouldn't think
Yeah.
of that. Like, example, when Aiden
True,
was
I guess
hanging
the
there.
zombies were getting close.
Well,
Yeah.
when Aiden was hanging there, and I was just like, okay, you don't want him to be too loud. The first thing I thought of was like maybe put a belt, like so he could bite down, but he would still
Yeah.
make a noise. He would still go
Yeah.
like, "Argh!"
Yeah.
So,
Plus, like if they were to shoot in that close quarters to the walkers might just ignore Aiden and go for them instead.
yeah. So there's
Because he was
that.
already making noise, so
So
it
we
was
lost-
better that they didn't kill him. So Aiden dies. Aiden
Okay.
dies horribly.
So Aiden's gone. They run out.
So they run out to the lobby of the building. So
Yeah. And
from
then,
earlier, we see that there's walkers out there, so it's not a good idea to go to the front. But Weaselface runs that way
yeah,
anyway.
he runs to the revolving door.
Yeah, so Glenn and Noah chase after him, and then they all get stuck in the revolving door.
So they're stuck. Yeah, they're stuck in the revolving door, and then they're both facing each other, and then zombies are on 4, so it's separated in. Yeah. It's like 4
Yep.
little quadrants, and then the parallel quadrants, one is zombies,
Quadrants.
and the other
Quadrants.
one is Noah and Glenn and Weaselface. So they're in there, and then they can't move, obviously. Glenn has a rifle, and he says he's gonna break down the try to break the glass.
Yeah,
But as he's breaking the glass, it's moving towards Aiden to get to where the zombies can,
Weaselface.
Yeah, Weaselface can come in. So then Weaselface just starts yelling. Okay, this is the part that confused me. So Glenn had the rifle. He was
Yeah.
trying to hit it. But
yes.
then because he couldn't hit it and Weaselface was getting the zombies, did he lose that rifle? He did, right? Or no? Did
I don't-
Glenn always have the
Did-
rifle?
Did Glenn lose his rifle?
Because there was a gun on the ground. From one angle, it showed a gun on the
No,
ground.
because Weaselface dropped his gun.
Oh, that's why. And he was trying to get it, or he was just trying to get out? I
He's
thought
just
he was
trying to
trying
get
to
out.
get it.
He's just trying to get out.
Ah,
So what ends up happening is Glenn's trying to break the glass, but every time he hits the glass,
Yeah,
It opens
turns.
yeah, it turns a revolving door, and Weaselface starts getting zombies coming on his side.
Yeah.
So rather than being a team player, once again, Weaselface
Is selfish and wants to save himself.
yeah. So he forces the revolving door open for his side, so he can escape through the front door after Eugene lures away the horde from the outside.
Which exposes Noah
So-
and Glenn's side.
And then Noah gets dragged out and then slammed
Oh,
against
God.
the glass in front of Glenn and then eaten alive in front of Glenn.
The worst part
So we lost Noah. We lost another freaking black person.
about
This
that,
stuff is pretty brutal too.
It
Yeah.
was
Like-
when they ripped his freaking face by the cheek.
like this.
Yeah,
Just
and zombies
down.
lose strength.
That's mine and my brother's worst nightmare.
No, the thing about that part, okay, because when I was watching with Mariana, she pointed out a fact, but at the same time, you can't really think what's going on. And from my understanding, he was already occupied, because when he already gets pulled out, Glenn is already holding him, like by the arms. He's already
Yeah.
holding him, and Noah actually says, "Don't let go." Like,
Which
don't
is-
let go of me.
I'll be honest, that's one of the corniest lines. Like, don't let go. he gets pulled
Well,
away.
They
Yeah.
kind
I
of
thought he meant
mentioned
literally
that.
at first, but he
You know, I thought
didn't.
it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then he got killed, and I was like, motherfucker.
What a stupid line.
Yeah.
No, they kind of mentioned it
The
on
stupid thing
Talking
to say
Dead.
before you die.
Yeah, they mentioned it on Talking Dead because on the episode of Talking Dead they had Eugene, Glenn, and Noah as the
Yeah.
people who were talking, and they were talking about that scene and how Noah said, well, they all admitted that was the most brutal scene, and that half the cast couldn't stand to just watch it continuously. A lot of people had to turn away, even though it was like fake.
Yeah.
One of the worst death scenes in this
Yeah, no, that
series.
was a really, really
It
bad
was.
death scene.
Yeah,
it
like,
was,
not
it was
even-
really
not even-
brutal.
Herschel's death was that bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was-
because you don't see Herschel's like head get slowly chopped
yeah.
off.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, no, they were just saying how, like, you know, the whole don't let go thing, and then it having, like, a metaphoric thing, like, don't let go, like, because what they pointed out was this was actually the first death that Glenn had to personally see in front of him. Haven't you noticed
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one's died on his
No
watch.
one's died on his watch, and he had to sit there completely helpless
And watch it
and
happen,
watch
yeah.
it happen. Yeah, but they were just saying how the letting go thing had to do with it was kind of like
Hope.
Yeah.
it was kind of like don't let go of who they are, basically, in a sense.
Yeah.
Like who they are as a core, regardless if other people come along. Like, they know how they are, they know what things need to be done. It's like don't let go kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they were also saying how if there was someone who had to go at all, it would be Noah, because Noah felt like he owed them that,
Yeah.
you know, because like
Because
Beth died.
he blamed himself for Beth
Yeah,
dying.
Beth died, and then on top of that, because of him,
Tyrese died.
Tyrese died. So he just felt like if there was like, I think that what they were saying was for his character, how they would think he would feel is if ever there was a situation where, like, self-sacrifice kind of thing,
Yeah.
he'd be the first one to go, because it would be like that's how he can not necessarily repay them, but like try to do good for what has happened while
So,
he's been there.
So this whole don't let go thing, it again speaks towards the theme of this episode, we're gonna put a pin in this part here and just move on to another arc, which let's go with Abraham.
Abraham?
Yeah, Abraham's part in this episode.
Oh, Abraham learned how to fucking take charge. I was happy. I was like,
Yeah.
"Whew."
Yeah.
Basically, they're at the construction site. Isn't he like kind of losing it? Because that's when he was like, he had his head.
Yeah, no, he was starting to lose it
Yeah,
a
he
little
was
bit.
starting to lose his mind. He had his head
I
down.
thought because he figured that he had I thought it's because he had like not premonition, but what's the word I'm looking for? He felt like it was gonna come, and the attack was gonna come.
Oh, I thought
like
he
an
was just
instinct.
irritated
No.
with like what was going on and how he was doing, and just I thought he was just losing it. Like, he was just like annoyed with how things were going.
Like kind of how Sasha was just losing it
Yeah,
in
just
the
like
previous episode.
Okay, so I thought like Abraham just had like if it was Fallout, he had high perception and knew that zombies weren't gonna come and that he's getting ready to fight.
Yeah, I mean that could be it, but I took it as like he's thinking to himself like is this what we're reduced to now? Like, this is all there's left?
Yeah,
Like what else can I do to
like,
like,
this is gonna be it. We're just gonna be building walls, and we're gonna be, I don't know.
But-
Just my vibe was, he just looked like he was losing it. Like,
although I like the idea that he has a heightened perception, like, oh, I know when they're coming.
oh my god, the zombies are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like to me because like
Yeah.
he looks at the watch, the person on watch,
Yeah.
and then he just goes towards the gun, and then I don't know. From that,
That
I just
that
took,
is true.
And
You know,
then,
you know what? I'm gonna change my opinion. I'm gonna go with yours, Mikhail. He has a high perception of when there's walkers nearby.
yeah, he sees the red ticks around his
Yeah.
his HUD.
his eye is wide open.
so basically, that was there screams or someone said
Yeah,
something. There
yeah,
was a guy who
there-
was running.
There's a guy
Someone
who
ran.
went to go take the Browns to the Super Bowl, but then he gets attacked. But then he gets attacked. Well, I believe what he says is,
Fax something to Cleveland.
oh yeah, a fax coming in from Cleveland, yeah, because
Yeah.
the Cleveland Browns.
There we go. Yeah.
That's what the joke is. So they hear a scream and a gunshot, and the guy who's trying to drop a deuce like comes running around a bush, and you see a bunch of walkers start swarming.
Yeah.
So Abraham and the other construction workers just form a line. They start shooting at the walkers, but of course these are Alexandria people, and one of them manages to shoot the hydraulic.
Yeah. Someone.
The hydraulics of one of the bulldozer, which was holding one of their watchmen up, which was a lady.
Yeah. and
So she falls and injures
down.
herself.
She's like, her. I don't know. It
Yeah.
didn't seem like a bad knee, but imagine anyone falling. You're not
She
gonna
probably,
get up right
she probably has
quick.
like a sprained ankle or something.
Yeah. And then
So,
she's just laying there, and then they're like, "Come on, let's go."
Yeah, like so the foreman and all the other construction workers are like, let's get out of here. And Abraham's like, we're just gonna leave Francine by herself. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, no, let's just run. So Abraham's like, oh well, and he just goes after her and
Yeah.
like goes to save her.
Oh God, my favorite part. Sorry.
He picks her up and like clears a path and puts her into the actual bulldozer.
Then he
So
picks
she's-
up a mace.
So she's safe in the cab. Yeah. Then it's not a mace, but it's a metal
Yeah, it's
stick
a-
that has a table saw on it.
Oh,
That has
okay.
a saw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
was
For a
just
second,
like,
I thought it was just like a
"Dang."
morning star, and I was just like, "What is it?"
Yeah, no,
Is it
he
doing
used it
that?
like a morning star. I was like, this is so random.
Yeah, he was
like,
just
he has
swinging
a-
around, and I
he has
was
a
just like,
goddamn
"Oh my
flail."
God!"
Yeah. So he starts taking out some walkers, but then like after the second walker,
Yeah.
the thing just breaks off.
I loved it because it was like one walker after another, and it was like, yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
he was in a position that was basically a choke point, so only one walker at a time can come through.
Yeah, it was
So
good.
so it made it easy for Abraham to just start wailing on them. And of course, you see a shot of Abraham's face, and he's just so happy. He's so happy to be killing walkers.
Yeah. Dude, you know what
Uh,
pissed me off the most when the people were shooting though? I was like
What?
watching or like so many people were shooting. Right?
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yep.
It didn't need to be that much.
Well, they all suck at shooting.
And that was the
These are-
worst.
These are Alexandria people. They're not trained like how the main group is.
Yeah, like I think that's what it is. I'm just
No,
too
the main group has like excellent aim.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
Like godly aim.
They have insane aim. Like,
And it's like they only use a gun for like they practice it how many times?
yeah,
remember
a
even
few
the little
times.
kids knew how to shoot.
yeah, like it's they never miss a shot.
Yeah.
So basically, the other workers see Abraham is just fighting to save Francine, so they all decide to finally go in and help,
Yeah.
and they do. And then the foreman's like, "All right, guys, it was a weird day. We should just go home." Abraham's like, "Nope, let's just stay and keep working." So
yeah. See?
so
And
that's
then
what they
Abraham
do. They,
took charge.
Yeah, they
That's
just
when he
follow
started to
Abraham's
take
lead,
charge.
and they
Now
so
the
let's
thing
jump.
after that,
So we go over to Deanna, and she's talking with the foreman. The foreman's like, "Well,
He
I
took-
think Abraham should be in charge because he took charge, and I was afraid I was gonna let her die, but he didn't do that."
yeah,
So then Deanna's like, "Okay,
He's more
I guess
qualified.
I guess I'm gonna put him in charge."
yeah, he was more qualified for the job, and then he
Yeah.
was saying how her decision wasn't the wrong decision.
Yeah,
It's the right thing.
yeah. So Deanna is already starting to show signs of she's kind of hesitant to to put another one from another person from the main group in charge of something.
Yeah, which is kind of dumb because that's exactly what. Well, okay, maybe not that many people, but she saw something in them, and then she was saying how she wanted them to be. You know, like they're everyone's getting like these jobs and stuff.
Yeah. And so Maggie tries to put her mind at ease. It's like, hey, like this is why you wanted us here, so we can help make this place grow. Was there another story? Went over Carol, went over Scavengers, Abraham.
There was
Daryl. Oh,
there's
Daryl's part made my eyes water. It was
What are you
Father
talking
Gabriel
about?
and Deanna.
Oh, sorry. Am I thinking the first episode? Yeah, it is.
You're thinking of the
Sorry.
previous episode, yes.
Well,
Because Daryl's
still.
only in this episode for like 3 seconds.
Well, before that part, just because I haven't talked about that made my eyes water, even though it was last episode. Just because the guy was like,
What are you talking about?
I'm about to tell you. The guy, one of the gay guys, is talking to Daryl, and he tells him that he can tell that Daryl knows how to see
Between good and bad
yeah,
people.
between good and bad people, and it's Daryl's face that he makes when he says that. It's like the stare, like thank you for trusting me in that. It's like, oh my god, Daryl, I just want to hug you. That's all I wanted to say. It was just Daryl's face. It was just like it warmed my heart because you can tell that meant a lot to him. For someone to realize that he's not just a bad guy because of how he looks.
Yeah.
Oh, Daryl.
Okay, so Gabriel shows up at Deanna's house, and he starts talking to her, saying, you know, the devil hides amongst the light and stuff like that. And she's like, "What are you talking about, Gabriel?" And he's like, "These people, Rick and the group, the people that you just brought in, they are not good people. They are all bad people. They've done horrible things, and you should not have brought them here." So we put a pin in a bunch of things because this was the overarching theme of the episode. It's whether or not the group are the bad guys or not. Because so far this season, well, this part of the season, there's no antagonists.
Well, it just,
Because, and the popular theory, at least now, is that Rick and the group, they are the antagonists. They are the bad guys.
Well, they look like it now. They're gonna come back. That Deanna's son, right?
Deanna's son is dead.
Deanna's son is
Carol's
dead.
definitely not making it seem like they're good people.
Yeah,
They
no.
want
Like,
to kill. They want to kill.
Carol wants
What's his
Rick
name?
to kill the doctor.
Yeah, the doctor, and then on top of that, what do you call it? It's not that Abraham did anything wrong. It's just that she's putting people in charge of certain things, and then other things are happening. It's just like, all in all, it just looks really bad.
Yeah, no, so
It's not
there's
helping
basically-
their case.
There's like 2 bad things that happen and 2 good things that happen. 2 bad things is one, Aiden was killed, which is Deanna's son,
Yeah.
and 2, oh gosh, I just lost it. Oh, 2 is Gabriel talking to Deanna saying that they are bad people. So now Deanna has that in her head.
Yeah.
Now, actually no, the second bad thing was Carol saying that to Rick that they need to kill the doctor.
Yeah.
There you go. The 2 good things is that Glenn, despite the fact that Weaselface got Noah killed,
Yeah.
Glenn still brought him back. They didn't kill him off. They just
Yeah.
bring him back with us. And Abraham helped out at the construction site.
Yeah.
So there's that contrast going on between, are they good or are they bad?
Dude,
So,
I wonder what's
like,
gonna happen to Weaselface.
Yeah, so right now the writers are doing this thing where they're starting to make us question the group's motives. Like, are they inherently bad now, or are they still good but they have to do bad things?
Dude, I was.
It's kind of an interesting thing. Like, granted, right now Carol's just a cartoon villain.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, right now.
They might as well just slap a mustache on her and
yeah.
a giant hat.
show her in a corner with the giant hat and mustache, shifts the eyes, going,
Yeah.
all according to plan. You know.
Flies off in a hot air balloon.
Ties someone to a railroad track and runs away.
Uh,
I don't know.
Yeah, so the crap is gonna hit the fan in the next episode because
There's only
Deanna
2 left.
because Deanna's gonna 100% not trust the group anymore because Aiden's dead. Because
but they have what's his name, Weaselface. So
they,
do you think Weaselface is gonna lie?
Weaselface is
vouch.
100% going to lie. 100% he's gonna lie.
They killed him. They left him behind.
It's like, yeah, they didn't listen to Aiden and he got killed for it. And then it's like, and then probably make up some BS about Noah or something like that. Like 100% he's gonna lie and try to set Deanna against them to
That's
save
good
his
stuff.
own skin.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna be
Fucking
so
bullshit.
she's gonna heavily question herself like, I made Rick the constable, I made Abraham the new foreman, Daryl's out there somewhere, we don't know what's gonna happen with him and what's his name, Adam?
Aaron.
Aaron. We don't know what's gonna happen with Daryl and Aaron out there, you know.
I can't. As soon as the priest started doing that, I was like instantly pissed off.
See, I was talking to my boss about the priest because he's like, I don't like the priest. I don't see the point of having him around at all. And I made the point that
Moral
the priest,
compass.
yeah, the priest is there as the moral compass. But that would be true if, and this is going to sound bad, that would be true if he wasn't a priest.
Wait,
Because
what?
because Gabriel the priest, he witnessed Rick Rick and the group killed the people from Terminus in
Yeah.
cold blood. Like they were defenseless. There's no way they were done. They were surrendering. But
Yeah.
Rick and them killed them anyway in cold blood, and that's a sin in the priest's eyes, because he's still stuck on the old thinking of the world, and he's still
Yeah.
bound. He's still bound by his religion. So
Yeah.
them outright killing
in
those
the
people,
church.
yeah,
He was in the church since the crap hit the fan, so
Yeah.
he still doesn't understand. He doesn't have the experience. He still hasn't.
Oh, he doesn't
experienced enough.
experience like what they
Yeah.
had experienced and the people
Yeah.
out there.
and that's why he just gets frustrated and rips up the Bible in the beginning of the episode when he sees that note that says we're blessed to have you here, because he's thinking to himself, no, you're not blessed, because the people that came here with me are awful people,
I want to slap him.
despite the fact that they saved his life,
I want to slap him.
and they only killed those other people because they were trying to kill them. Like
No,
they killed the Terminus people because they were trying to kill the main group. Like that's why it was self-defense.
That was, yeah. As soon
But-
as he did that, I was like,
But granted,
nope,
they were
don't like you.
surrendering. It wasn't self-defense anymore. It was just straight murder. But it was to keep the group alive. But Gabriel doesn't see it that way.
I don't know.
And now I'm pretty sure Deanna's not going to see it that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of worried to see how things are gonna how things are gonna go for the last 2 episodes. Just because
So-
it's the last 2 episodes.
This is what I think was going to happen in the next 2 episodes. The crap's going to hit the fan with Aiden dying, all these bad things happening, and she's going to be questioning Rick, her decision to bring Rick and them into the thing, and then Rick is going to do something about the doctor, like maybe talk to Deanna about it, maybe talk to the wife about it. Something's going to happen. Rick is probably going to end up shooting the doctor.
It's only gonna bring drama, I bet.
Yeah, no,
It's not.
Rick,
It's not gonna come out like.
Rick is most likely going to end up shooting the doctor and just straight killing the only doctor in the place, despite the fact that Tara needs help. Actually, with the doctor dead, that means Tara is probably going to die. And then in the final episode, that is when Rick and the group seize control of Alexandria.
Yeah, I was just confused. Well, Jordan, you don't watch commercials, so it wouldn't be like, or not the commercials, the previews of the
previews,
next
yeah.
episode.
Yeah, I haven't
So
seen
maybe
the
I
preview.
shouldn't mention it at all. But yeah, I don't know how things are gonna play out. I'm completely unsure. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel I forgot, just to go back to what's his name, Noah. I think they killed him off because they need to bring Morgan back in.
No, that's the
Yes.
thing. That was one thing
Yeah.
that was one thing I had to remember, or that I did remember yesterday too, was if there's 2 episodes, where is Morgan gonna come back?
Yeah, no, he's gonna show up in the last episode.
Yeah, probably.
Because I mean that's they've been
Because-
building that up this entire season.
Yeah, we only saw him in the beginning because he was at the church, right? He walked into the church, or he walked in somewhere, but
He
he
walked
saw the
in-
note.
Yeah, he
From
walked
Rick.
into the church and saw that that he like just missed them. They started laughing. They saw the sign, the note that says the New World needs Rick Grimes.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's gonna make his comeback somewhere in there. Dude, it's so
I just don't understand why they gotta kill one black person to bring in another black person.
You can't have too many black people in a show. It's just madness.
God forbid that the group becomes half black, half white, and one Asian,
Yeah.
and one Mexican.
Oh yeah. I was like, who's the Mexican again?
What's her name?
Rosita.
Rosita.
Christian
Oh,
Christian
oh,
Serratos.
yeah, Christian Serratos. Oh, too many blacks, kill one.
Oh.
So, although with Noah dying, that does kind of guarantee that Morgan's gonna join the group.
Dang.
Because they're not gonna have a use for the priest anymore because he's the one who's setting up the downfall of Alexandria.
Yep.
What a douche.
'Cause-
First
and,
they
you
did
know,
that in the comic.
and you know what they
Yeah.
say, the road to hell is paved in good intentions.
I can't. I can't with him.
It's just
in
that
the Walking Dead, yeah.
yeah, and it's just that he doesn't see the consequence that he's about to bring.
Yeah, that's what's like pissing me off. It's just like, dude, as soon as he started talking to what is it,
Deanna.
Deanna, I was just like, what the F are you saying?
And
Like,
and what
what
we
are
didn't
you saying?
and what we didn't mention is that during this entire conversation, wasn't Maggie sitting in the back, like listening to the whole thing?
Maggie was going up the stairs
Yeah.
from like the wherever that area was. She was standing in the stairway.
Yeah, so she heard
was
the,
like a
the whole
basement.
conversation.
She heard
right?
it and she was just like, what the fuck? And then even then, so it's like after he says that, what is she gonna do? Just pop her head up? No, he's wrong.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
she's
kind of hoping that happened.
no, she's gonna wait a little bit and then like walk in like, oh yeah, so I got these things done,
Yeah.
and then Deanna's gonna be, can you just go home or something like that, or Maggie will just excuse herself and then she was gonna run over to Rick and let him know.
I can't.
Then Rick's gonna walk over to Gabriel, was like, Gabriel, what the hell, bro? I can't do a Rick impression.
Shoot him.
I don't know. I can't with him. As soon as he did that, I was like, that's it. You're done. Like, I don't. It's the worst because it's quotes, it's a priest telling you. You know? It just
Yeah.
doesn't sound good. So,
Yeah.
it's like really, yeah. I don't know. So, I'm like, I don't know. I'm really interested to see how the next 2 episodes are gonna play out.
Not well. Spoiler alert, not well.
I can't.
I really hope they stick with the comic because it seems like they're going back towards or getting on track with the comic book.
Yeah,
How
but
it
there's
went
only
down.
2 episodes left. Are they gonna
Yeah, I
use
know.
the Are they
No,
gonna?
they could do it. They could do it in 2 episodes.
Yeah, they can. Wait, have you read that part of the comic book, Jordan?
I know what's supposed to happen.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I hope. I think it can happen.
If not, a version of it will.
Yeah. And maybe they won't even get into it, but they'll show it at the very last, as like the last scene.
Yeah, like this hinting on, ooh, this next season, man, this next season.
Ugh.
Yeah. Like, oh god, next season.
And,
We go.
and besides, I want the show to end, like, maybe in another 2 seasons. Like, even if the comic is still going, I want the show to end because I don't think it'd be a good idea to keep the show
Well,
going.
you know, that's how I felt too. I thought that it would, like, I would be okay as long as they ended it, like, in a way where there's not, like, where I'm questioning, like, well, what happened to this person?
Yeah,
Like, I wanted them to, like, end
Plus-
it right.
Plus, what I'm afraid of is since there's going to be a second Walking Dead show,
Yeah, the...
like with a
the
completely new group,
Yeah.
it might start getting to the point of oversaturation of Walking Dead.
Like, giving what the fan wants?
No,
Versus-
oversaturation, like too much Walking Dead.
That's gonna be pretty different where they focus on, like, they really focus on like relationships and stuff.
Yeah,
So let's hope, and like drug use and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay.
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's. They said
I
it's
mean-
gonna be pretty different.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But-
there's-
yeah,
I understand.
They need a different take on it because they can't make it like the original show.
Yeah, because then that is like total
And then
oversaturation.
then what's
Or
the
s-
point?
Yeah, you're right. So this one's supposed to be like focused on different stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm pretty sure we summed up everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was still pretty brutal. I was like I said, I was very upset this episode.
So what was your guys' favorite moments from this episode?
Hmm.
Okay, it's
It's
not
gotta be
supposed
the
to be
turn
really
style,
funny,
Or
but
not style.
The turnstile? Yeah.
Yeah,
wait, what?
that's pretty cool.
The revolving door scene.
Oh
Which
yeah,
was-
yeah. I forgot they had a term that they talked about on Talking Dead. Like they had a specific term term on what they called that scene. I don't think it was the revolving door of death. It was like something else. I forgot. But okay, it's not my favorite scene. I just thought it was funny when Eugene was in the car and they were and then he was blasting the
Techno.
the techno
Oh, yeah.
dubstep. Well, it
Come
was
over
even
here. Come on.
it was even funnier
after me.
when they were blasting that in the car before they left to the
Yeah.
warehouse because like even Glenn was just like, "Are you serious?" And then they're
Yeah.
just blasting that music, and then it was just even funnier that Eugene was like just calling them with the music. And then I was so like I completely lost my shit when Weaselface is gonna try to take over the van.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. And then it was when Eugene was about to
Take out his gun.
take out his gun and shoot him. Like, if it wasn't so long, I think he would have.
Yeah, I mean, right now, like
In the moment, I think he would
doesn't
have.
afraid to shoot people anymore.
Yeah, I think it was totally it. But yeah,
So what was your favorite scene?
mine
Yes.
would have to be the door, as brutal as it was as well.
See, mine it was like a 3-second shot of a journal, and all it says is, "This is the beginning." Now that's that's
Oh,
from,
yeah.
now that's Noah's journal, which he got at the beginning of the episode from
From
Deanna's
husband, yeah.
because
He told him to record everything.
Yeah, because Noah wanted to, become an architect and like help build more of the city, and so Deanna's husband gives him a journal and says, "Here, record everything," because that's what he does. That's what Deanna's husband does. He records everything of note. So he writes in his journal that Noah wants to do this. He wants to do something with his life and help build up the city. So yeah, so my favorite scene was when Eugene looks over at at Noah's journal and all it says is, "This is the beginning," which is sad as hell, but I think it also kind of points to what's about to happen.
How
Yeah.
everything's gonna start.
Like everything's just like all hell's about to break loose. Like this is just the beginning of the end.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how the next episodes go. I don't want it. It's like bittersweet. I don't want it to end, and I want it to end. That's not the right use of that word, right?
Of what word?
Nothing. Y'all in here. It's fine.
Y'all
just-
didn't hear it.
I just don't want it to. It needs to end, but I don't want it to end. There you go. But yeah, whew, that was an intense one. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here because we're about to go on an hour.
Woo.
1 hour, you guys. 1 hour of Walking Dead. It's like watching the whole episode without commercials. I mean, with
It is.
commercials.
With no, without, right? Oh wait, no.
No, with, because then
Yeah.
we're a whole hour. So
Okay, I thought it was 45 minutes.
okay, yeah.
Alright, that was The Walking Dead this week.
Yes. We're gonna definitely record the next 2. Because all hell's gonna break loose and I would like to talk about it. Yeah? Guys?
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it for this episode. I don't know. I'm gonna try to record again. Tune in. Okay. Did I even have to introduce you guys? I totally forgot to introduce you guys.
You did not introduce us, and you just gave a thumbs up to nobody who's watching.
It's okay. It's like I thumbs up to myself sometimes. I watch me do it and then I feel more motivated. Okay.
Oh, your video was on.
Wait, what?
Your video was on.
Yeah. Cause like I just, thumbs up stuff. Thanks.
Because she likes to look at herself.
I do like to look at
Oh,
myself.
Man.
It's just one of those moments, you look at yourself and you're just like, yeah, like that.
Yeah, I'm on fleek right now.
Oh god.
No,
why is
you
everyone
don't say
saying that?
on. You don't say on. I forgot. Like last week, David made a valid point because fleek is on point. So if you say on fleek, you're saying on point.
So what you're telling me is everyone who uses the term
Is
fleek
not using it right.
wrong.
Is using it entirely wrong.
Even the person who first started this trend on Vine used that
Yeah.
phrase
Yeah.
wrong.
No, David pointed
Wait,
it out.
so
It makes
who
sense.
coined the term?
Some random person on Vine.
Someone. It was like a thing on Vine, but yeah, I don't know.
And no one knows how to use it.
Okay, say bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later.
We'll see you next week. Cool.